Recently, Creative Assembly released a video and a blog post regarding changes to siege battles in Warhammer 3, and we got a bunch of cool stuff. Buildable towers and barricades that you as a defender can construct to protect your flanks and guide battle in your direction, promised verticality of battles, where there is now a set of inner elevated walls that you could mount your archers. And let's not forget about minor settlement Siege's rework that promises actual minor settlements instead of your basic land battles and standard siege battles if you had walls built up. With all of that combined, Sieges in Game 3 will be a league ahead of what we have right now in Game 2, and I cannot wait to test it out. But now you may be asking, so what's your concerns? Well, there are two of them. First one being AI. AI is the weakest point of Total War Warhammer line. Whether it's global map and their inability to build up their settlements properly, which leads to fractured economy and poor unit composition, which player needs to fix after capturing said settlement, or AI's complete inability to handle any faction's campaign mechanic, be it new Beastmen Hearthstones or Horde factions overall, Clan Molder's Laboratory, where they just slap whatever they can on whoever they can, or how about Karakate Pick, three-way war between Belegar, Skarsnik, and Quick? Yeah, I don't think that's even a thing for AI. And of course, sieges, where while defending, AI tend to lump up all their melee units together, especially after gates were breached, creating a mosh pit which easily can be cleared with vortex and bombardment spells. One thing that eases my worries concerning AI during sieges is what Creative Assembly talking about in their blog post regarding improved Warhammer Siege AI based on Total War 3 Kingdoms and Troy. Now, I haven't played none of those, but I heard only good things when it came to Troy sieges, so there's hope. But AI is not the only thing that concerns me when it comes to siege rework. Second thing, which I think is equally important, and I did not saw any mention about it, is attacker side of things. Here's the thing, 9 out of 10 times you, the player, are on attacking side, and I have not heard about any improvements when it comes to that. Let's assume that AI can indeed utilize new siege maps layout and the new barricades mechanic when it defends a settlement. Well, it's amazing from the defender point of view. Does it make big of a difference when you are the attacker? Where you could just destroy outer towers with artillery and then bombard the defenders from a safe distance, or drop in wind spells on them with your flying mage. And don't get me started on Skaven weapon teams like poisoned wind mortars. Now, while all tricks will probably remain as they are, and I'm not here to complain about them, what I wanted to see are some new tools for attacker side, be it in form of rituals that you can perform on global map or racial specific siege engines. For example, a tunnel that Skaven can dig while besieging a settlement, and during siege battle they could have additional deploy zones scattered throughout the city itself. Or something like Dwarven Wall Breaker, a unique siege engine available only to dwarfs that could only shoot outer walls and towers, but can shoot at 3 wall sections at a time. A special ritual for Wulfric the Wanderer that when completed would force the defending lord into combat with Wulfric one-on-one, and if you win, siege starts with severe moral penalty for defenders, but if you lose, siege is ended and you cannot besiege that settlement again until Wulfric is recovering. And of course, massive catapult for greenskins that would launch your infantry units across the walls, while also dealing damage to them during landing. I love what Creative Assembly did with sieges in Game 3 so far, and I hope we could see more improvements when it comes to attacking settlements later in post-game release support, for there is no chance they will add anything new this close to release, and they should probably start with at least giving different races their own unique ladders.